Just a little over 1 year ago, I think it was, on this very stage, the artist Jeremy Deller said to us, I went from being an artist who makes things to being an artist who makes things happen. And it's our honor this afternoon to bestow the Leonore Annenberg Prize for Art and Social Change to Rick Lowe, an artist who has made truly inspiring and meaningful things happen for people every single day. Rick, where are you? Hi, Rick. You got some fans here, Rick. Rick, this prize is named after a remarkable woman. Leonore Annenberg was one of the country's most generous patrons and vocal advocates for the arts and for education. Like you, she believed, and rightly so, that individual acts of goodness could reshape the world. And like you, she believed it is our duty to right that which is wrong. And like you, she used her personal abilities for profound good. So Rick, this prize is intended to honor an artist who has committed his or her life's work to promoting social justice in groundbreaking, profound, and important ways. We cannot think of a more worthy recipient than you. With that said, I swear you had a lot of competition. And I want to thank our prize jury, some of whom are here, some who are not. Michelle Coffey, Jeremy Deller, Dave Eggers, Charles Esche, Thelma Golden, Elizabeth Kabler, and Chus Martinez. We are also deeply grateful to the Annenberg Foundation and our dear trustee, Liz Kabler, who is following in the footsteps of her grandmother as a true citizen of our planet. Liz is going to join us on stage soon to present the prize to Rick, but a little bit later. Before then, I'm just curious, how many of you have heard of Project Row Houses? Please raise your hand. Pretty good. How many have been to Project Row Houses? Fantastic. Me too. So you all must go. You're going to hear more about it, but I just want to give you a little background just in case. In 1993, Rick found himself moved by the imminent demolition of several blocks of historic shotgun-style houses in Houston's northern 3rd Ward, one of the city's oldest African-American neighborhoods. He had a vision. He wanted to preserve its characteristic homes and provide essential services for its residents, it's the end of the day, such as housing for unwed teenage mothers and daycare opportunities so that the moms could go back to school and finish their high school education. He imagined healthcare centers. He imagined these families living and working side by side with artists in residence from around the world. He imagined vegetable gardens and classes and so much more. And fast forward to today, at one time in the beginning, Project Row Houses was just a little more than a city block. Today, it is over 40 renovated properties and is acclaimed as one of the most important neighborhood-based, ground-up, community-engaged art projects, proving that art and the community it creates can be a model for neighborhood revitalization, a forum for education, and a way to not only preserve but honor the fabric of a community. And I ask you, who better to introduce us to Rick than the deeply inspiring Wendell Pierce? You know Wendell as the acclaimed yes, woo, Wendell! You know Wendell as the acclaimed actor who has worked with such directors as Woody Allen and Spike Lee, to name drop just a few people. He is practically idolized. Actually, he is literally idolized in our family and in our staff for his portrayal of Bunk on 5 acclaimed seasons of The Wire. Yep. But some of us know him as a true citizen of New Orleans, deeply committed to its rebuilding. We at Creative Time first met Wendell when Creative Time was producing Paul Chan's Waiting for Godot in New Orleans' Lower 9th Ward and Gentilly neighborhoods in 2007. For as long as I live, I will never forget his deeply moving and generous performance. And I suspect, though he may not be able to say so, that it was during this time period that the seeds for HBO's newest hit show, Treme, may have been sown. Again, in this show, as he did in Waiting for Godot, he makes palpable the heartbreak and horror, the honor, the longing, and the love, and even the humor in rebuilding life in post-Katrina New Orleans. And like our honoree, Wendell's commitment goes beyond the spiritual rebuilding of community and right into the hard labor of physically rebuilding its neighborhoods. His work with his childhood neighborhood of Pontchartrain Park was featured on CNN just weeks ago, as Wendell is leading the charge to build 350 affordable and environmentally sound homes, which will preserve the community character and honor its rich history. Yeah. I want you to know that Wendell Pierce is dedicated to both his art and his community. He is a force in front of the camera and behind the scenes, and it is my honor to welcome Wendell Pierce to the stage.